Welcome back, barbecue fans. Another week of Wise Guys BBQ podcast. It's Friday, and we need to eat some barbecue. I got to my far left, Charles Baldwin.
Deuces. Thank you, Vin.
Yes, and in the middle here, of course, you all know him, you love him. Tommy the Butcher.
Yeah, back here at the table with these two guys.
Been a long time, brother.
Yeah, it is. It has been. Too long.
It's a Tommy the Butcher sandwich. I'm
Yeah.
in between.
And you are the meat.
But Chip, I like your shirt.
This shirt I just found at your closet, and it's fantastic. Fits great.
Yeah, see,
I know
Tom-
everybody's gonna be demanding these shirts.
Tommy, I
tonight.
think
Oh, yeah.
yours kind of matches.
Yeah.
What a coincidence.
What a coinky dink.
Oh,
So here
it does match.
What a coincidental.
Yeah, we're Wise Guys out, and hopefully you like them. And they're $1.385. You can get one for yourself. So don't wait around. Get into it. Hey, you know what, guys? Unfortunately, we had a special guest planned for tonight, and that's one of the reasons all three of us are here. Andy Textera from Newport Vineyards, the executive chef up there, and a good friend of both the podcast and all of us, was scheduled to be here to talk to us about his fire dinner that Tommy actually attended. But unfortunately, like anything else in that restaurant world, he had two cooks call out for the week. So he had to, man up there. Plus, he's going to Iowa. He's taking a flight to Iowa tomorrow for some award that he won with the Iowa beef.
Chamber of Commerce.
Something to do with beef.
Oh yeah, that's a
marketeers or
big
something.
beef state.
So he's excited about doing that. But you know what? Good news is he's going to be here next week. So you got to come back for that. Next Friday, we'll have him on the show. We got a special event with that too. The actual fire dinner that Tommy attended. We did a nice little piece on that. We're going to throw that right in the middle of the video. You got to see how this goes down. The cooking's amazing. The menu's amazing. I'm telling. What do you think? I mean, you were there. Come on.
I was there and I was absolutely blown away by not only the menu, but the production itself, his crew, and how they executed that whole thing. It was a 7-course meal, all paired with wines, and all the wines were original wines from their. It was a 30th anniversary that they've been in existence, so it was a tribute and an anniversary celebration for that, and the entire menu was conceived by Andy, utilizing all the state-grown product, everything grown there on the premises, and everything else was all locally sourced, from all the proteins right down to even the dessert course. Everything was cooked on open fire, and it was just amazing to see them execute that whole plan. Not to mention how they even come up with the idea. How do they conceive putting together that menu?
He's a savant. He's very creative. Artist.
And Andy is a 2025 James Beard Award nominee for Best Chef 2025, and then that speaks volumes. So he's got his chops.
And we're gonna get him right here
He will be
next
here
week,
with us
man.
live.
Yeah, so don't miss that episode for sure. Be here next week. Check that out. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yep.
So what I thought, because we're here and we got to work, they pay us all this dear money. I thought we just do back to our roots, do a round table of barbecue, go through a couple things that we can discuss and have fun with, and just, so because it's a round table, I went back to the wine tradition.
Glad.
We have a wine here, and actually I got a note from Olivia, our mascot, who wanted to tell us a little about this. She says, listen up, you gravy-stained meatheads. Tony Two Smokes rolls in last week like Don Vino and drops off a bottle on the table. Cantina Torchetta. Classy move from a guy who once paired Chianti with Slim Jims.
Nothing but class all the way with Big T.
So here's what your girl Olivia dug up between puffs of my stogie. The name Cantina Torchetta is a nod to the rare Italian grape called Torchetta. Yeah, you heard right. Not to be confused with turchetta, which is what Tommy calls his third helping at Thanksgiving. She's nasty. I know.
It's here all week, folks.
The grape Torchetta is ancient and almost forgotten grape from Veneta region near Venice. Not the mall. It's bold, rustic, and a little spicy, kind of like Chip after 2 bourbons. The vibe wine from Cantina Torchetta is our old school Italian, no frills, just full body flavor and a touch of pepper. Think of it like a vino version of a ribeye seared with attitude. All right, so that's the wine. So here it is, guys.
We drink it?
Yeah, we can.
I think I drank it already, but
Cheers.
Chin chin.
good to have you
Salud.
guys together.
Tony Two
man.
Smokes.
Salud. This
Thanks,
is for you, Tony.
It's good. Definitely a little peppery, and a little sweet up front too. I got a little,
Yeah. It's a good one.
little taste there in the front. You know, so
Definitely taste that pepper.
yes.
Very good. Well done, T.
Well, good job, T. You call him T a lot.
That's what I always call him. That's all I call him. I mean, that we can say on air.
All right, so we're gonna go. So we got our roundtable scheduled for you guys today. You know, I wanted to start off with our first piece of information, kind of like lessons learned. Now that we're, I don't know, I'd say what 3/4 of the way through the season, and you know, we're all been involved with different smokes independently and together. And you know, what anything you happen to jump on, bump into, learn from the season, different from any other season. That's what I like to talk about. And to give you kind of a little idea what I'm thinking, I'll get started. So I don't know if you guys caught it. It was awesome. One of our wise guys here, Bob Bauman from Big Bobby's Q, was on WPRO, the John Laughlin talk radio show, Saturday afternoon at 1 p.m. If you missed it, which I'm sure you might have.
What is John? Is John a councilman or a senator? Or?
He used to be a senator.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Past senator of Rhode Island. Good call. And he does a great show. He has maybe 3 or 4 1-hour segments with different guests. And Bob was on there and talking about Bob's recent fame in both the competition and catering business that he's been going through this year, which has really been lifting off for him. He's doing great. You guys need catering. I had Bob did our catering for our 1-year reunion part, not reunion party, 1-year celebration party for Wise Guys BBQ, and he killed it. He brought down some delicious brisket, and it was just awesome. So you guys are going to get some good catering. Get on that. He's got a website. It's bigbobby'sq.com, I believe, is his website. And if I'm wrong, we'll get a link up in the description for sure. So get out there and check that out. We're also going to put a link to the podcast show of John Laughlin with him because he does a great job. And, of course, he drops a little love for Wise Guys and Tommy the Butcher. It was wonderful. So anyways, what he was talking about, which I never knew, and Tommy, I don't know if you know or even agree with this, but, he was mentioning both in competitive world and just enjoying your barbecue that good restaurants or competitors will rest their proteins just as long as they cook them.
Really?
So think of a steak, right? You cook it
Even
15
even longer.
Yes.
Yep.
So you cook a steak 15 minutes, you rest it 15 minutes. But here's something I didn't know. Okay, and you go back to God, what's his name? What's the big barbecue guy now in Texas? Got to edit this out. Franklin.
Aaron
So
Franklin.
if you go back to even Franklin barbecue in Texas, he's cooking his briskets 18 hours. And then what he'll do is he'll step that down for about 18 to 24 hours in warmers. So he puts it in like a 180, and then he'll bring it down to 150. And then usually 24 hours after that cook is when he pulls those suckers out to be carved and served to his guest. And that time to mellow out and get all the juices back into the meats is what makes it extraordinary. So, some of the tips that Bob had on the show, he said, first of all, you want to aim to a temperature, but you don't cook to a temperature, right? So brisket, I like to aim 208, 210, but the test really is probe tender, right? You go in there with your meat thermometer or some kind of a probe, and you're just hitting it in different spots, and it's got to be like butter. When it's butter, it's done. Get it off the smoker, and here's something I didn't know. The next thing is start to cool it. So if you have it wrapped, rip the wrap open, because there's a carryover smoke process that will definitely continue to cook if you don't get it a little cool. So what happens is they'll rip it open, they'll let it sit for maybe 10 minutes, cool it down, then wrap it back with a Reynolds wrap, and then get it into a warmer. And you should step it down like suggested, 180 maybe for 4 hours, and then even go down to 150. So I learned more, and this gets amazing because life is good after this Saturday show, and I didn't have to spend a dime, which is usually not me. I'm on Amazon going, I got to get this. So a woman called, and she said, all right, so I'm not a barbecue competitor. I don't have all the equipment you got, I bet. How do I warm my meat at post cook? So Bob's like, you got an electric oven? She goes, I do. He goes, all right, check on your electric oven. If you have an electric oven, 9 out of 10 times, there'll be a warm selection on that oven. And you go to that warm selection, you might have to, it might be a degree sensitive section, or you might have to temp it to find out what it is. And that's exactly what I had to do. So I was shocked that I didn't even know I had a warm setting. It was a different panel that I had to jump to, and I found it, warm. There's low, medium, high. And what I did is I dropped the thermometer in my oven and I brought them up to each temperature, and I wrote down the degrees associated with them. Mine was 135, 160, 180. But sure as shit, I have a warm function on my double oven in my kitchen, which I even knew exactly. And I'm stoked now to do some more barbecue cooking. And when I have to pull and warm, I have a way to do it, and I'm psyched. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's something I never knew. Number one, thank you, Bob. And number two, I didn't even know I had the equipment to do it. So I mean, I have Cambro coolers, warmers, right? So they're just big thermal boxes that kind of like a cooler. You can put it in an igloo if you don't have them. But some of those suckers are made with there's like a hole in the back that you can put an electric attachment, plug it in. You can bring them up to a set temperature if you want to with that electrical heater in the back of the Cambro. And that's actually what I thought I was going to have to do. Maybe make that little investment and go that route. But nope, not anymore. I'm going to go right into my ovens with it. So that was pretty cool.
Very nice.
Yeah.
If I could hop on that notion, Vinny, in my earlier days of barbecue, I made the mistake of bringing we'll talk about briskets, bringing my brisket to that 203 degrees, 205 degrees, and pulling it off the smoker, go right into the cooler with the blankets and the towels, and give it a nice rest. I could go 8 hours doing it that way. Since then, I've invested in a Cambro, but in my earlier days, that's what I used. But I made the mistake of going directly in to the cooler at the temperature that I pull it off the smoker. Right. Wrong, because what happens is, and this is one lesson to be learned, whether you're grilling, whether you're roasting, whether you're doing barbecue, whenever you stop a cook, there's always going to be a carryover cook.
Sure.
All right? And that could actually go anywhere from 5 to 10 degrees. So if you're shooting for a specific finishing temp, you want to finish just shy of the ultimate goal. I used to put that brisket in the cooler, sit on it for 8 hours, go at it the next day, and it was overdone.
Really?
And I'm like, what the heck's going on? I go slice it.
It just kept cooking.
It was delicious. It had the great flavor, very tender, but I couldn't get a nice slice out of it. It would basically just be like pulled chopped brisket. So that carryover temp, never forget about that, and always factor that in and always plan for that, because that's critical, very critical.
Yeah. So, while we're on the subject, and not to put you on the spot.
No, not at all.
I know you were talking about your tomahawk that you just cooked. What'd you learn there with carryover
I
cooks?
tell you something, no matter what you know, there's always something to be learned at any step of the game. I mean, whether you're a 3-star Michelin chef, whether you're a grand champion barbecue pit master, there's always a lesson to be learned.
I just like the way you say Michelin.
Right. We want to evolve. We want to get better. And so, we did the tomahawk cook. And, a lot of the questions I always received in my plus 50 years of being a butcher is people are very intimidated by steaks that are thick, 1.5 inches, 2 inches, 3 inches.
Bigger than they can lift over their head.
They have no idea how to approach something like that. And with the proper technique, it's absolutely, you can pull it off. Now,
I think they see a steak like that, they think restaurant. And
Exactly.
this is a restaurant chef's going, I can't live up to that.
And let's not lose sight of the investment, right?
Yeah.
You buy
yeah.
a smaller steak, it's $18, $20.
Yeah.
You buy that steak, it's $70.
Exactly. You throw it on the grill, it's burnt to a crisp on the outside, the inside is mooing, That's not going to work. But so we did the tomahawks, and these tomahawks were about 3 pounds each. Now, there's nothing more dramatic in the grilling world as far as I'm concerned as a tomahawk ribeye. Now, and they're going viral now. You see them everywhere on social media, and it's just a sight to behold. So we did the tomahawk. We did our dry brining method on it. So there's a lesson there. If you don't know how to dry brine, check us out. We have a couple of videos out there on the dry brining process. And in order to cook a steak that's 2.5 inches thick, you can't go at it as if it was a 1 inch thick steak. So one of the premier ways of doing it is what's called a reverse sear. And a reverse sear is basically a technique where you're cooking it very low and slow at low temperatures, nothing over 200 degrees, and you're getting that internal temperature up to, I'm going to say about 110, 115 degrees. And at that point, then you want to remove the steak and then give it a high sear finish. Whether you do that on the gas grill, you can do it on the charcoal grill. We happen to do it on a Weber kettle where we set up an indirect grilling zone, so we could do the high heat sear and have a safe cool spot so we could go back and forth with it so that it didn't get away from us. But
watching you cook that steak, that were the two things I learned. One, to have that 2-zone heat on the grill, because you need a safe haven.
Exactly.
You
It
need a safe
offers you
haven.
that escape route if it's getting away from you. So
And then the other thing you did that made a big difference for me that I screwed up earlier is before you even salted and brined your steak, you trimmed excess fat from the outside of the steak.
some of the external fat.
Well, I didn't do that, and I'm thinking, oh, this is fine because this is going to char up, this is going to sear
Fat
up.
is good, right?
Fat is good. So I left it on, but what happens is the thing just starts flaring. It's on fire.
You'll get
It's basically on fire, and I'm like, oh Jesus! And then Tommy trimmed his off, so it kept it a little more calm it played nice in the sandbox.
Not so much of a high flame underneath it.
Yeah,
right?
Sure.
Yes.
That was great.
So that cook we did with the Tomahawks, I highly urge you to check that video out when it comes out, because there were 4 lessons learned for any home cook, any grill, and and basically they were I'll just summarize them. They were a dry brine, a slow smoke process, which we used a smoker to bring the temperature up, where you could use an oven just as well. And we offer those alternatives in the video. But we did the dry brine, slow smoke, high heat, reverse sear, and indirect grilling. All those 4 methods. Now that cook was a spectacular cook, tremendous results, high success with very little ingredients. We didn't use much in that. The Tomahawks were the star of the show, but it was all technique. And hopefully, if you watch that, you'll be able to learn quite a bit.
The main one that we get a lot of requests for information on is the dry brine. And for you folks at home, if you want, go on your search engine, your Google, and type in dry brine steak and scroll all the way down to the bottom of the AI overview, and you'll see the butcher.
There we are. Did you
I did see that.
That's
We're moving up
absolutely
in the world.
amazing.
So that was
Google
sweet.
dry brine steak, scroll down the AI overview, and there we are.
Yeah, and
the
this
first
video and that video, like and subscribe, because Meg gets really mad if I don't say that. So please ring that bell.
Get that out of the way.
Get that
Get
out
the
of
looks right now.
Ding, 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 ding. Now I get a gold star for the week. Yes.
Tell me, where'd you get those steaks?
Those steaks I purchased online, Snake
Really?
River Farms.
Okay.
They're an online butcher shop.
Yeah, they're very popular.
They were USDA choice.
Yeah,
They
that
do
was
offer
amazing.
Wagyu. But when you're getting into the ribeyes and even tenderloins, if you get a choice steak, you're gonna do very well with that. I don't think it's necessary to quite go to the Wagyu stage. Prime, of course, is in between the choice and the Wagyu. But sometimes you reach like a pinnacle where there's always room for improvement, something a little bit better. But the gain from a choice ribeye to a prime is somewhat insignificant as far as I'm concerned.
Spoiler alert: Tommy does a great Italian flavored garlic butter for the end of this
compound
cook.
butter.
Compound butter for the end of this cook, and that thing just made it.
That was just the frost.
Yeah.
It was literally,
frosting
not
on the-
figuratively, the frosting on the steak, not cake.
Yeah. So we got
The frosting on the steak. Ba-da-bum-bum. It was
So we got a chance to taste it after, and I'm like, "This is amazing. This is Wagyu," and you were like, "No, it's choice."
it was the flavors were just like insane. And in that compound butter, it was basically you just take butter, you let it come to room temperature, and it's just you just add ingredients into it. In this case, we did chopped sun-dried tomatoes. We did chopped fresh basil and garlic. That's all it was. It was those 4 ingredients: the steak with salt, and just fire.
Now that cook's coming out next week.
coming up.
Smoked salmon with mango salsa is up now, so check that out too if you like.
Yeah, so we're all well aware that I filmed Tony Two Smokes doing a rabbit of all things a couple weeks ago, and it was definite learning experience. We were kind of on a time constraint. I didn't have a lot of time. I had about a half a day, and we had to get everything done. So he kind of sped up the process, getting the fire hot quickly.
Yes.
So we did have a lot of heat in it. I mean, common sense you would think, but we weren't really. We were wrapped up in the process, and if you're gonna do something like that, understand that, especially like something like a rabbit without a lot of fat and everything on it.
Yeah.
Don't cook it as long. It seems simple and you're not gonna. But we checked it just in time,
Right.
and
It seemed like you guys hit 161. You hit the
yeah, no, we were
perfect time.
fine, But if we'd left it like the full time, we were gonna, it would have been a piece of charcoal, and and so we got it just in time. But yeah, just be aware of your heat differences if you're choosing to, to get things started. So we got the whole thing done in 3.5 hours, which was perfect.
Fantastic.
But yeah, that was a lesson learned. Pay attention to your heat and understand how your meat's going to react to
It's
it.
amazing, the little things. And that's why, I mean, you go talk to competitors who are doing it almost week in and week out, and every week they learn something in the process, and by accident or on purpose, I don't know. But they definitely, when you do more, you learn more. And to report.
Absolutely.
All right.
And don't be afraid to screw up and make mistakes, because
That's how
that's
you
the
learn.
best way of learning.
You have
so
to.
just go after it, go at it, and challenge yourself and push the bar. And in time, with repetition, you're going to get there.
Just don't do it with a $250 Wagyu brisket.
Absolutely.
not highly recommended.
I mean, it's not like you're not going to eat it. You're going to eat it.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So for our next segment, we have a little piece we've been working on, and the reason for it is we get a lot of questions from you folks, either through comments or through emails. Fredo gets hit up every week with questions from you. So we got wise words from Olivia. Now, who's Olivia? You guys might hear that name a lot.
Dedicated mascot.
That's our mascot. She's cute as hell. She's our cigar smoking pig, who is also our grill, our Yoda smoker, who puts all our cooks together for us in our studio. So that's Olivia, and you're going to be hearing more from her over the next recent months. So she's going to pick up this segment. We're going to have wise words from Olivia. So we're going to get these questions. We're going to answer them probably independently, like we should, and then we're going to hear Olivia's response from them. So
Okay.
So here's the first one. He goes, "All right, settle this for me. Do I really gotta soak my wood chips, or is it just one of those backyard myths Uncle Tony made up?" So this is referring to taking your wood chunks, going onto your charcoal, and do you need to soak it in water first? And does that slower cook on that chunk of wood benefit your cook? So I'll just, before Olivia answers, I'll just say I would say yes. I know my first smoker was a propane stack chimney smoker, I think they call it. And I used to at a propane burner at the bottom. I had a pan of soaked wood chunks in water, and then above that I had a water pan, and that propane would heat that pan to smolder those chunks of wood, creating the smoke, and there you go. And it just seemed if I didn't soak that wood in that pan, it just seemed it burned like wildfire. Mm-hmm. Now I know some people that cook with charcoal prefer some of that dry wood burn because it's easier to keep the fire going, if you will. But what are your thoughts, Tommy?
Well, as far as soaking wood, I think the only thing that makes sense with soaking wood is when you're using wood chips. In the world of barbecue, as far as the wood is concerned, you're either using chips, chunks, or what they call splits, which are logs. Chips, of course, they're small. So if you add them to a fire, they're going to burn up. So the whole concept of soaking them is to slow down its combustion of the chip so that it'll sustain like a longer smoke and it just won't burn up and end up nowhere. But I'll use chunks, softball-sized chunks. I never smoke them. I don't even think to. I mean,
You never put them in water,
I don't
right?
even think to smoke those. And when I throw one or two chunks in, they just slowly burn without any flare-ups, or because the fire, I mean, the charcoal is kind of a slow, sustained burn when I do it. So don't run any problems with the wood burning up. But if you're gonna soak, I would recommend chips. Actually, this is the only place I would recommend soaking wood is if you're using chips. Because they only burn up on you really, really quick.
Right.
All right, Charlie, what's Olivia saying?
Well, Olivia's answer goes like this. Listen, if Uncle Tony told you to soak the chips in water, he's full of smoke. Soaking wood blocks won't do squat except make you wait longer. So throw it in dry if you're talking about the with the big chunks of wood. But
Yeah.
I think to Tommy's point, the smaller and Tony used a combination.
Yes.
When he was doing it, so he had the big chunks, and then he was throwing in the chips later on.
Yeah, he actually explained it that way. He said, "Look, I like the soaked wood because that gives me a feeling of a more sustained burn, but at the same time, I want to keep that fire hot, so I put in dried chips.
Correct.
To go from there. So he had a combination.
Not only that, think about the whole concept when you're barbecuing. If you're using logs or splits, or if you're using chunks, you want wood that's aged so it doesn't have the moisture content in it. And because if there's too much moisture content in it, it's going to increase the smoke, and it's going to cause a likelihood of getting a lot of bad smoke in your barbecue, where you'll get that creosote formation on your meat and on your products. Whereas chips, they're very small, they're going to burn up fast. You're not really looking to have that result happen. So
Yeah, I noticed.
soak your chips. Everything else, don't even bother. Leave it dry. That's the bottom line as far as I'm concerned.
All right, so here we go. Question number 2. Dry wood, wet wood, does it actually taste different? Or are they just making extra work for ourselves? So that brings up your point, right?
Yeah, it's a good question. And my honest answer is I don't know. I've never smoked with soaking wood.
Yeah, but I think to your point, if you're burning wet wood, it's
gonna
calling a
create-
creosote,
right.
like they call the bad smoke. Right?
It's that acrid smoke you're going to get. You're going to get bad smoke. And,
Yeah, I actually even seen if you see folks that smoke on like an offset bullet smoker, before they even put a split on the charcoal, they'll put it to the back to kind of like dry it out and heat it up because they want that thing in nice and tinder shape to put it on when they go, So I guess it does make a difference in taste.
these guys that are experts, the champion pit masters, the restaurant pit masters, they know exactly how to build a fire so you can create different results. I mean, they have what's called a bundle fire, which initially will create a lot of smoke up front, because that's one of the techniques that a lot of these pit masters are doing with the restaurants. They're creating a lot of smoke up front at low temps, and then they crank that thing up to a higher heat. I've been seeing that technique being used a lot. Low heat initially with high smoke, and then cranking the heat up after a few hours and drive the smoke down a little bit. So,
Fascinating. So Olivia kind of agrees with you guys, I think. She says right here that all you're doing with the wet wood is making steam, not flavor. Save the water for your lemonade. Kabish.
Wow.
So she agrees with you guys. I didn't see that
She
coming.
had a tough day when she answered these. I guess that's a consensus. I guess we all agree with that too. We all agree with Olivia, so good job. All right, last question. Come on, be honest. When was the last time you actually bothered soaking wood before cooking? And I think we all can say
I've never.
So what does Olivia say?
She agrees again. Last time I soaked wood, disco was still a thing. Forget about it, boys. Go dry.
Go dry. All right, Olivia. Thanks for those answers. Please get your questions out there for us. We want to answer as many questions as you have. We're going to probably nail one topic a show if we can, if Olivia's up to it. And you can ask as many questions you have towards that topic. And it'll also help us out because on our actual vlog, Barbecue News, we're going to start having a section called Tips and Tricks where we're going to do some videos and some articles on different things, both backyard and maybe soon to be competitive smokers need to figure out. Pit masters need to figure out. All right, here we go. Quick topic fire round. All right. So we're just going to go right around the table with these. Ready? We're going to start with you, Charlie.
All right.
Ultimate side dishes. What do you got?
Ultimate side dishes for barbecue. I got to go with the jalapeno cornbread that we've had at several places. I love it. And close second is some really good pit beans, baked beans.
Okay. Good. Two good choices right there. Tommy?
My top two faves, mac and cheese,
Yep.
collard greens, and I'm going to go with high honorable mention, Mexican street corn.
But that was 3 things. You said
I
two.
know I had to throw in the street corn. Sorry,
Can't count.
I had to do it.
like people
Bonus
stop-
Well, those are my
bonus-
2 favorites, but
bonus
Mexican
unit.
street
People stop
corn
at
is
shop ordering 2 pounds of meat. They're getting 3.
All right, mine, and I need Charlie's help. It's that cheese, that pecana cheese. What is that cheese with the pepper?
Pimento cheese.
Pimento cheese.
Pimento cheese.
Had that out in
that's a
South
great
Carolina,
call.
and that was delicious. That was great. Just that on some crustless bread sandwich. We just
Red Bridges.
Red Bridges
barbecue.
out in. God, I can't think
Forgot
of the
about that
town.
one. How did I forget
But
about that?
That's my favorite. And if I have to go number 2, I'm a coleslaw guy. I gotta have it everywhere I go. I make my coleslaw with a little bit of dill pickles and dill pickle juice in with it to give it a little bit of a tang. But those are my 2 right there. That's what I go with. So,
Awesome.
yeah, we'll have to encourage maybe our chef Bob Bowman of Big BBQ to get us some sides when next one of his big cook weekends. That
He's
would
been
be
doing
great.
Mexican street corn. I've seen it on his weekend menus when he's doing his.
What the name of that is elote. I did as an article. Check it out on
Elote.
Barbecue News. If you search in the search bar elote, ELOTE, it is an article about Mexican sweet. It's awesome. So it was a street in Mexico that I did the article on, where they just had these carts set up with all pre-boiled corn, and you went up and you got different flavors and different seasonings put on it, and put in a little paper bowl, and there you go. It was awesome.
Right off the cob.
Right off the cob, eating off the cob. Yep, absolutely.
So good.
All right, boys. I brought you a little treat tonight. We got
what
some
do we
wings
got?
here from Wings to Go on Hope Street in Providence, and we're going to taste test some various hot sauces and barbecue sauce. They're mostly hot barbecue or some real hot sauce. We got our Frank's Red Hot. That's the standard bearer down there. I think we got some Cholula.
Cholula.
And then we got Melinda's garlic parm, which is really good. And we got Sweet Baby Ray's Kickin' barbecue hot sauce. Kinder's is that an actual wing sauce, so we're gonna give that one a chance. And then lastly, we've got Suzette's Island hot sauce that she makes maybe once a year, usually around Christmas. But I begged her to make me some homemade hot sauce, and she came through. And I don't know what's in it. I asked her what she used, and she said yellow.
Yellow.
So
Does it
we're gonna
have
give this one a try.
Does it have the stuff that's in marijuana?
Yeah, it's probably hazmat.
It may. It may.
All right. 2 quick things before we
ahead.
get going. One, you're taking these all with you because last time, they're not staying
Nope.
here. They're not staying
I'm
there.
leaving them here.
No, they're not. They're not. I'm going to hide them in your car. And 2,
I'm not taking them.
stain the shirt. You owe me $1.385.
That's why we're wearing black.
All right.
Yeah, right
All
now.
right.
Hey.
So here, I'm going to go with some Red Hot, and I'll pass it on.
All right. This is Frank's
Frank's Hot.
Red Hot. Can't go wrong. You put it on
standard,
anything.
Frank. Okay.
Great on hard-boiled eggs. Great on just about everything.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
That's we're gonna do some smoked deviled eggs.
Don't get cocky now.
I love deviled eggs.
Cocky. I love
Going
them
with
too.
the Cholula next. We'll do them in waves of 3. How about that?
Whatever you want to do. Pal.
Yeah,
Whatever
yeah.
floats your boat. What makes you happy? Does it make you happy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look how happy I am. Look how happy I am. Cholula.
Cholula.
All right. And then we'll go with this. This is the one you highly recommend.
That one tastes really good.
Is this Melinda Penny Fisher Penny?
It is
This
not.
goes with this.
It is not.
Is not?
I mean,
It could be.
how you doing, men? Haven't seen you in, I don't know, 35 years.
Okay. All right. We got the first 3 up.
I'm gonna need more wings.
Give it to Chip.
Oh yeah.
There's
what
more
am I
in
doing?
there.
Well, there's more in there. Number 1. And I wasn't going to eat. Well, you do what you want.
You know, I have a daughter who, when we go out to get sushi,
Yeah.
she controls. We gotta have a table of 6. She controls the entire thing. Everybody sits back and she'll say, "All right, we're going to," and everybody has to follow suit. You can't go about it
Wow, it's an
however
experience,
you want.
huh?
You have to follow her direction and
Love it.
so go for it. Somebody's got to
that
be
work
the.
out?
Somebody's got to be in control of the whole thing.
I'm going with the Frank's Red Hot.
Fred's
All
right.
right, Frank's.
Let's all do it.
You know what? You know what you get with Frank's. It's always
I
solid.
don't know how to eat this. Yeah. You know,
Frank's.
you said it right as I was biting into it, and then it hit me. You always know what you're going to get. Mm-hmm. And very,
No
very
surprise there. Yep.
no, good. All right, now we're ripping into
These wings are good.
Cholulas.
I'm loving these wings.
Going into Cholula.
All right,
Join me here.
I'm waiting for you.
Oh, all right.
That's the Cholula Chipotle hot sauce.
It's hot.
I think I had a move.
It's hot.
It's weird. It's like I don't taste anything. Then it's like, oh shit, my mouth's on fire. But then it kind of smokes out. Like a quick
This one,
burn
yeah,
point.
this one has a little more of
A ride.
it has a little more of a, like a, actually kind of like a smoky.
Yeah, it's very smoky.
Yeah.
I can never remember what Chipotle tastes like. Like, I always forget, and then I taste like, there it is, that smokiness.
Yeah.
You know,
Man, I
that,
like
a little
this.
bit of heat.
It's not. It's really not that hard. My
No,
wife
it's mild.
gets it. No, not hot. I mean hard. Like my wife will get a poblano pepper, and then she'll just put it on the gas grill. Just turn the gas grill on and roast it on the char on
the
there.
hell out of that.
And then you throw it in a paper bag after and let it cool off, and the freaking stuff comes right off.
That one was good.
Nice.
You like that one? All right, so here comes Melinda Fisher Penny's sauce. Cheers.
Oh, this is the Parmesan.
This is the garlic parm.
Garlic parm. Not a fan.
Good, but not a fan. Like, second
I don't
up.
need a Caesar salad on my wing.
It's very Caesar salad-y.
Yeah, I don't
Exactly. It's like,
need it. Yeah. Wings are delicious. Wings over?
Wings to go. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Wings over Providence on Hope Street.
All right, here we go. Next round of 3. Ding, 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 ding.
This
I
is,
feel good.
I'm afraid of this one.
Sweet
but
Baby Ray's barbecue hot sauce.
Here we go. Number 1.
I'm going to pretend I didn't even try it yet.
Oh, we got that on tape, so. Ooh.
I like that.
I think I went right through the bone. This thing's never going to heal. Oh, God.
Sweet Baby Ray's has to be the most popular barbecue sauce
Yeah. People die
on
of
the
this.
planet.
And mostly for pork, right?
For
Put it on pork meat.
yeah, I can use it on anything, I guess.
Yeah, but on
I
pork.
like it on burgers.
I mean, not as hot as I thought it would be. I thought it'd be, I mean,
Yeah,
pretty much like their barbecue sauce. I thought it'd be a little spicier, but again, Sweet Baby Ray's solid.
Solid. Can I have more wine? I feel it's like prison wine. Just get it, Tony.
wine.
Love you.
Give me some of that Raisin Jack.
So there's no obviously this this label is a little bit lacking of information.
Yeah.
And he made comment like, if you like this, I got plenty more where it came from. I
looks
think they homemade.
Yeah,
I think,
it is homemade,
I think he
Yeah.
said doesn't he say his family makes it?
it's got to be without all the.
No, he strains the toenails out of it and everything.
Yeah.
It's solid.
Just for us. Just high class bottle. All right, here we go with the buttery barbecue sauce.
Buttery buffalo
bu-
wing sauce from Kinder's.
Okay.
The old BBF.
No BBF. Oh yeah. No,
I'm not a big fan.
this kind of remind me of the Caesar salad.
Yes, it's got like citrus, lemony. It's kind of like lemony.
You guys are drunk. Stop drinking the wine. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
Well, Kinder's, I like it.
All right.
It's like a lot of it's vinegary or something. It's something.
Yeah, I'd avoid it. I mean, I would actually, if it's on a table, I would say don't eat that.
Yeah.
I mean, but it smells like fish. Don't eat that. All right.
It's also a dip.
This is very nice of you to do this, by the way.
Oh, I had
I'm very honored.
very little to contribute tonight. So here it is.
That's because of the LPGA.
Can't go wrong. Bring food.
All right, here we go. This is the one. This is the 817 chips yellow sauce.
Suzette, here it is. Suzette's hot sauce.
Yeah,
Homemade.
yellow
For
hot
this.
sauce.
We don't know what's in it. We just
No,
know
we
it's
do.
yellow.
It's
Oh,
yellow.
we do.
It's yellow.
It's yellow.
Yellow.
Yeah, that's all she would tell me.
What do you
It's
mean?
yellow. Just
It
shut
has
up
a
and
lot
eat
of
it.
texture. I can tell you that. It's
Here you go, Suzette.
almost like pineapple. Like I'm afraid. I'm gonna wait for you guys. Wait for the reaction.
It's like a mango salsa.
Yes, it's definitely mango in there.
Yep.
Oh fuck! There's a bunch of heat in the back.
It doesn't last though. Hang in there.
This is 911 heat.
Hang on there. It doesn't last.
Are you serious?
It's just starting.
Where's it go?
It's colon.
Ooh,
Gotcha.
It's growing.
To your colon.
That's got the most heat out of everything.
Yeah, that's.
It's fresh,
I don't know
man.
if they can see my eyes.
It's building. There's definitely Scotch bonnets in there.
What?
Scotch bonnet. It's like habanero pepper. They're about this big, and that's it. I'm telling you. What's her name?
Suzette.
Suzette. I know what's in here.
She's from Trinidad and Tobago, something like that. I can never remember where you're from, Suzette. Sorry.
I know what's in here. It is very good. I am liking it.
He's using that to cool off.
I am. I'm
I gotta
trying
water
to.
it down with
I should
Frank's hot
ask
sauce. It's
my
gotta
wife
cool
to
it
make
off.
some rice.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, the rice would cut it just nicely.
that's the one.
Bullshit. Oh, that's Suzette. That's awesome. Just I wish my friend Chip gave me a little more notice. It's burning my face. It's on my
all
beard.
good.
It's burning
It's all
my face.
fun.
It has a long finish. I don't think it's even gonna finish.
Chip said, "Yeah, make it as hot as you can."
That may have been said.
Good deal.
I got some huckleberries. I need to. Give me that hot sauce back.
My head is sweating.
Suzette's.
Yeah,
It is. It is literally sweating. I have nothing to do.
The yellow one.
Yeah, the yellow one, the orange juice. I'd make sure I put this way back in the fridge so my mother didn't think it was orange juice to drink it. Killer.
Put the poison. Put the crossbow across the skull and crossbones.
Oh yeah.
You know he's gonna be pissed. Tony Two Smokes. She said next time you guys are heating it up.
I'm gonna have to give him some of that.
Yeah, you got to give him some.
Oh, that's still coming on.
Give him all of this.
You are red as a beet.
I'm telling you, my head is sweating. Literally. Like a squeegee.
I'm sorry, girls. I didn't mean to upset you. Well, I'm so happy that you guys participated. You look like you're Tommy. I'm a little worried.
So
Yeah, my eyes are watering.
Vin, you look
My head
fine.
is watering.
thank you very much for sharing, and
yeah.
Suzette, thank you. And like I said, if it was Chip just give us a little heads up, it would have been good, but he didn't. So I guess we deserved.
Surprises are good. I want to surprise you guys.
Yep.
You know.
But and that brings a perfect end to our roundtable discussion of barbecue for this week. Thank you, 3, for being here. 2, I'm 3.
Meg.
Thank Meg. Yeah. Always thank Meg. Next week, again, Andy Textera, executive chef over at Newport Vineyard, doing his fire show. We have an awesome video for you to watch with that, him cooking and serving his guests, 70 guests. Tommy was there and has a great interview with him. And so we're going to share that. Hopefully, our boy Charlie over here, now that he poisoned us, has a real hectic week next week. So he might miss. We're gonna play it by ear. He might be able to fly by for that event. But you got to check that out. Stay tuned for that. That's going to be great. And thanks for being here. Like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next week.
Thank you guys. Adios.